I've been watching a bunch of NFL and college football too. The NFL is so goddamn fast. The Falcons blow, so I don't know who to watch. I want to pick a football team.
Let's go Chiefs.
Not the Eagles. It would make sense to pick the Eagles because there's so many Georgia Bulldogs on that team. I think there's like 6 or 7
and
Bulldogs.
They have a Kelsey brother, man.
They have a Kelsey
the
brother.
important one is on the Missouri
team. A Swiftie
team,
like me should have a
Yeah.
should be an Eagles fan, I suppose.
Love Taylor Swift. I know so many of her songs, I couldn't even list one.
You're a bigger fan of Taylor Swift than me, and I bet if we did trivia, you would beat me if it was Taylor Swift trivia. Swift trivia.
YouTube has figured out that I enjoy the shorts of their podcast. These 2 Kelsey brothers have a podcast.
It's
and
good.
They have a really good rapport with each other. And I guess the highlights, every time I see a YouTube short, I click it. YouTube's figured that out.
Yeah, I watch them too, or I get recommended them. They're very good. Those guys are funny together.
The Chiefs and the Eagles are both really good, so you can't go wrong with either of them as a bandwagoner.
Man,
I mean, I don't
know. Garbage.
Was it last year they were both the Super Bowl?
I think Kansas City won the Super Bowl last year, didn't they?
Yeah, but I think did they beat the Eagles?
I think that was last year.
Was it? Man, we're all such fans.
Zach says I'm right. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not trying. I'll never pretend to be an NFL fan. I can't keep up with any of that. And after the Falcons lost, like I feel like you just throw a franchise away with that Falcons loss and just never go back to it. I feel like they're irredeemable. Like that's the worst Super Bowl loss ever. It's just not worth. Throw the Falcons away. So I'll pick a new NFL team, but I don't think it's fair to bandwagon right on to a fucking like a Kelsey Brothers team. Seems so fucking lame.
Well, shit. The Eagles have. Wait. Zach said they lost tonight, but that can't be right. They didn't play.
There's Thursday Night Football.
I'm on their webpage, like the ESPN page.
Oh, I feel you.
Oh, he must be talking about Kansas City. Oh, the Phillies. That makes more sense.
Georgia, Missouri. I want to talk about that. I can't remember what I was going to ask you, Taylor, after the Paramount
about
thing.
KC and the Eagles and sports. Oh, Mizzou and Georgia.
Mizzou and Georgia.
I'm
worried.
Next, November 3rd.
I'm going to be honest. I'm worried at this point. Like preseason, it was a joke. Early season, it was like, haha, like you guys are pretty good. You'll make a game of it, I guess. Like we'll probably only beat you by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh shit, Georgia keeps getting off these slow starts. They didn't blow Vandy out the way they should have, the way I expected them to. And they're not looking like the best team in the country to me. Michigan looks so fucking good. But then, Georgia, I don't know. I'm not a football expert, but I'm worried about the Georgia Mizzou game. That would be an upsetting loss to take. Although it would be one we would end up. Are you in the Western SEC, Mizzou?
We are in the same side as you guys.
Oh. So then, no, even if you beat us,
we never play Alabama. We play you guys.
Yeah. So I don't know which, if it would be us or they would rank one of us, I guess, and we would play Alabama for the SEC title, or not Alabama because they're out of it. Whoever's in the West, that's going to be the champion. But that's down the road. The game itself, I'm pumped for. I am worried. I'm going to
watch that whole game.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that whole game. Yeah, it's
every Mizzou game I'm watching. I'm like, damn, they're actually really good. Like,
I've been watching all your games too. I've really taken a liking to specifically SEC football. Usually when people say that, I didn't understand why they meant it, but obviously the point is you're seeing the teams you're going to face later down the road, and you're getting a feeling for the whole division that you're trying to win. I've always looked at it as like, who cares about the fucking division? I've had enough division titles I've had my fill. Nobody cares about your banner in a building that's green. Your green banner up there 15 years in a row, you fucking losers. Win a title or I won't buy your shit. That's how I feel about every team.
Which team are we talking about?
Every team. Every fucking
SEC.
team. And so I've been watching all the SEC football, and I watched Mizzou and Kentucky's games. I've been watching Florida get beaten up. We play Florida this weekend, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. That should be another fun win in Jacksonville. But you guys, who do you play this weekend? Do you know?
South Carolina. Mizzou plays South Carolina Saturday, and so hopefully we beat up on them pretty good. And
you're ranked top 20?
We are 20. Yeah. It's still we because we're
Like I
ranked.
said, top 20.
Top 20. Top 20.
North Carolina, I watched the North Carolina game like a week ago. They were ranked. Are they still? I thought
You
they
must
were
be thinking of UNC, right? Those guys.
Yeah,
thought
Woody
it was
likes
NC.
NC State, not
Yeah.
UNC.
Huh, maybe I got confused.
UNC is the blue
They're
North
top
Carolina
10,
emblem on
actually.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Very
UNC's 10th.
Yeah, it's I really want Georgia to get the third national title, but they don't. To my amateur eyes and observations, they seem to have be making some errors.
Am I wrong? I felt like they had
deep.
one close game and still won. If you can win on a bad day, that's good. And then they made a statement the next weekend.
Their best game was not last week, but the previous week. They had a really good showing against Kentucky where they came out early. They outscored a Kentucky team and held them to 7 until late in the fourth quarter when the third or fourth string or something allowed another TD. But last week they played Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's this little bitty school that we probably pay $2 million a year just to beat up. I would guess that's the number.
Yeah.
And the last year we beat them roughly 50-0. The year before that, we beat them roughly 65-0. And so this year, when they scored first on their opening drive, it's like, God damn it, we're a minute 45 into this game, and it's we've already fallen way behind the last 2 years. You know, you expect to trounce a team like that, like their high school.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen.
Mizzou and Georgia both beat Vanderbilt by 17.
College football math works as far as I'm concerned.
You don't look at the score. Like I'm looking at some of the team stats. In terms of total yards, 552 to 219. You had 2 turnovers to 1. That's not great. And first downs, you had 26 first downs and they had 9. So
yeah,
you weren't great at scoring, but you did well at everything else. Yeah.
I remember last year's game, and I remember them having so many 3 and outs that it being like, can't even move the ball. Look, the quarterback's scared. He's scared. Like they wouldn't even send. They were scared. They were scared of getting hit more because Georgia had half the Philadelphia Eagles coming at them. like literally like. Lots of pro level players were on that team, and that's not the same this year. They're not as good. They could still win, but I don't think they're the best team. It might be Michigan, but I don't know. I don't think it's Georgia.
It still could be. God, if Mizzou upsets Georgia, that would be
Kyle's
so big.
Bandwagon seat is.
I'm not bandwagoning. I'm just being honest about my how I
was going to say your seat on the bandwagon is too tippy. It dumps you off if you have a close game.
Yes.
No, I'm still a fan. I still love the coach and the team and all that. What I'm saying is like that was not good last week. What they did, and if they keep playing like that, they are not the best. The best team in the country would have stomped a mud hole in Vandy's ass last night.
Yeah, I don't know what
or last week.
Like, you're right. Vanderbilt must be making money just to stay in the SEC. Have they ever been good ever?
I'm sure in the old
they
days,
just get bullied constantly.
Well, they're just a small school. I'm sure, you know.
Taylor's forgetting about the 1890s heyday.
Yeah. The Vanderbilt Vagabonds when they're still wearing like leather caps and there's 7 guys on the field. A touchdown's worth 5. They haven't changed any of the rules yet. Yeah, I feel bad for Vanderbilt. But
no, they're getting paid. They're literally getting paid to play them. I'm happy. That's the best. If you're Vandy and you get to play the number 1 Georgia, you got to love that.
Georgia's
like
the hardest.
Not me.
Well, if you're looking to get in the NFL and you had a big day against Georgia, like you get to show them against the best people in the country what you can do. If you're whatever position you are, and if an NFL recruiter or scout or whatever is looking at you today and you show out against. Man, that's the best corner in the SEC. He just blew past. You know, I feel like you can quantify your achievements and like impress people, and you get to national TV. I don't know if Vandy always has that kind of jumbotron. I would bet they don't. I bet we brought that shit with us, and because it was swaying in the wind, and I remember thinking, "There's no way that's always there." Like, I think we brought like an $8 million TV set and put it up for them so we'd have a proper game. I really do. I don't think Vandy has that screen. Maybe ESPN provides it. I don't know.
I didn't really look, but I just noticed Georgia's like hardest part of their season is like the next 4 games, like Florida, Missouri, Mississippi State, or Ole Miss, I guess, and then Tennessee, who are all 3 ranked at the end. And they haven't had multiple ranked in a row yet.
Yep, got to close out strong.
I think they have a week off. Am I crazy?
They do not. They have this weekend off. Yes.
Yeah.
And I
That's
think
good
Mizzou
because we had
also,
some injuries last week. I think Bowers went out with an injury that was super scary. So hopefully,
so Mizzou has to play Georgia after they get a bye week and everybody's healthy and feeling good.
We really need the rest too.
Feel better?
Oh, Zach, show the University of Georgia quarterback. Show us a picture of him, and don't be generous, Zach. Sometimes you fuck me over when I'm trying to say somebody's ugly, and you show me like their glamour shot from high school or some shit. Like, be honest. Show like pick an ugly picture. He is the ugliest motherfucker I've ever seen, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a hard time rooting for ugly people. I mean, God damn it, that's a good pic. That's his best picture you could find. It really is.
That's a good
The picture that ESPN uses.
Him doing like troll face.
This guy
Zach, forever going forward, always fuck Kyle like this.
This guy's hairline looks like he's, I don't know, a 45-year-old accountant who doesn't have a good hairline. He is a very, very ugly man. He's also cross-eyed, which you would think is a bad thing for a quarterback, but maybe because he's got hammerhead eyes.
Wow, that guy has peripheral vision for days.
Yeah, you cannot sack that dude.
He is not that ugly to me. Like, I get that
Zach's doing this on purpose. This is a bit. Yeah,
this
a bit. This is okay.
Anyway,
Anyway, when you see him on TV, you're like, you wouldn't want to tackle him because you'd be afraid he'd bite you.
This guy is 3 inches shorter than he looks.
How tall is he?
I don't know, but that hair is a good 3 inches.
Oh, get out of here.
Come
he's
on.
Like it's like Hollywood Heights. He's like a Tom Cruise 6
He's
foot.
got helmet hair for being
cone head under that thing.
Dude, against Georgia, we just have to make it into a field goal duel.
Well,
and lean on our thicker kicker to keep dinging them in.
You're not lying. That your thicker kicker really is a different kind of guy. If I remember correctly, last week against Georgia, they attempted a 47-yard field goal. Vanderbilt did. Oh, maybe it was beyond that. Anyway, they missed it short. And I remember thinking, Mizzou would have kicked that one in. They'd have been a score that would have gotten them to, like, I don't know, 13-17. Like, that'd have gotten them back in the game. Your thicker kicker is a pretty interesting weapon. Somebody who can hit one from high 50s. That's wild.
This guy's great. He got a 61-yard field goal.
Is he a lock to the NFL, or is going to hold him back a little bit?
No.
What's his percentage?
I think it's very high. Like
you would think he's just a lock then if he's
really good. So I would imagine if you can kick those in college, like they're going to want you. Like a 61-yard field goal in the NFL is good. Like
turnovers are going to be the name of the game, right? If you win, I think it means you got 3 turnovers that day. If you lose, then you got less than 2. I think that's just a fact. I don't think you beat Georgia without getting 3 turnovers. And I don't think Georgia loses to you if they keep it to 1 turnover or less. You're going to need a lot of attempts at the red zone to get in there and score and get past those 3-point kicks and get some touchdowns on the board. And I don't think hopefully Georgia doesn't do it. I think they had 2 turnovers last week. They really could have had 3 or 4 though. There were a couple of fuck ups. The center dropped the ball one time and it was just sitting there on the ground and he picked it up, hurdled a man. This is the center, the biggest guy on the field, did a spin move and ran for like 7 yards. It was like, thank God big man picked it back up because he fucked it up so bad.
Did he also drop it?
He
wouldn't have, not the center, right?
He's passing it back to the QB and he bungled that. And now a live ball is floating around the ground, kind of back behind his ankles, and he scoops it up, secures it, and like runs for a gain.
The center for Philly is known for having really hard to receive snaps. right? So he hands it to the quarterback between his legs. How it looks.
Yeah.
And apparently the way he does it, like every quarterback he's ever played with hates it. And he's considered one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's made the Pro Bowl 6 times or something. Casey, I think is his name, if I have it right. The Kelsey brother. Yeah. Anyway, but he explains that the reason why I'll call it a handoff, his snap kind of sucks, is that he likes to get his hands up really quick and then start playing center.
Yeah, he's like, I want my hand back.
Yeah. Like I need my hand, so hurry the fuck up and receive the ball.
No, I've been enjoying college football more than I ever have this year, and watching a lot more games. So
I've been watching more too, because we've been texting about it in our group chat, and so I'm like, I may as well watch the Mizzou game.
We even got Chiz involved. We're doing like a little play-by-play. I'll hop on Discord next time if you want to do a call. We should definitely do a call for the Mizzou Georgia game.
Oh, that would be fun. I'm down.
Yeah, we could live watch that thing together.
Man, that's going to be frustrating.
I'm doing a little